everybody, welcome to a Cricut Craftmas tutorial today. We are going to learn how to make this really cute light up glitter snowman, and everything is from the Dollar Tree. The craft is really inexpensive to do and a lot of fun. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos all the time, and hit that bell icon because that will let you know when I post a new video. Let's go ahead over and get started. In Design Space, we're going to go ahead and upload our snowman face. So we're going to just click Browse, and I called it Snowman, so I'm just going to scroll till I find him. This is not an SVG. He is just an image I found on Google, but I wanted to show you guys it this way because there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to choose Complex. It usually gives a little bit cleaner line. So you can get rid of just the white background and leave his orange nose for now if you want to. Or you can just upload it twice. Now, if you'll look, there are some edging left. There is some edging left from his nose. So you'll want to double check that before you go ahead and click to the next screen. So you can just use your little eraser tool, which is just this little circle, to get rid of that. And you can click Continue, and then you can save his little mouth and his eyes. And then we're going to click Upload one more time. And we're going to upload the snowman again. Now, you could have kept him the same. You could have kept him as one piece and used contour, but I find this way is just as easy. And sometimes I like it this way because I get a better look at like what I'm trying to do. So go ahead and choose Complex again. And this time we're going to get rid of his eyeballs and his mouth. And again, we're going to need to zoom in, which is right up here in the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to need to erase the little spots from his eyes and around his mouth. So you'll just want to make sure that you get all of that gone. Now remember, when you do get these images off Google, these are not for you to sell or anything. These are just for personal use. So we're going to go ahead and insert both of these images into our Design Space. And I've measured my jars or my vases, and I have about 3.5 inches to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a circle, and I'm going to just make it 3.5 inches, which it's pretty close as it is. So we'll just make it 3.5. And this will just give us kind of a better idea of the sizing that we want to do for our face. I'm going to change the color of our carrot to orange, just so we can get a better look. And then here's our eyes and our mouth. So we can just put them all back together. And what you can do now is move them around however you want. And what I do is I'll select both of these pieces and see how they go behind the little circle. Just click, right click on them and move to front, and that'll put it in the front of the circle so you can get a better idea of the sizing. So I'm going to make it pretty big because I want it to fit pretty nice on our vase. And I'm just going to double check because I did measure, but I just want to double check how tall I have. So I've only got about 3 inches tall. So you want to keep that in mind when you are making this. You don't want his face to be super big, but you also don't want him to be really small either. So I think that's a pretty good size for his face. And we're going to go ahead and keep that part. And then I do want a couple little buttons. So I'm just going to make a couple circles. And I'm just going to make one for now. And I'm just going to reduce it. And what I'm going to do is use that same circle here to kind of give me an idea on how big I want my buttons. Let's go ahead and change it to black so we can see it better. And this is just going to give us an idea about how big we want our buttons to go. Now, if you want to kind of look at it compared to his face, you can just move the circle down and just get a good look at how big you think his buttons should be. I think that's probably pretty good. And then I'm going to just duplicate it twice because I'm just going to do 2 buttons like this, just down his little belly. So we can get rid of the gray square. We don't need it anymore. And I'm going to use orange and black for my snowman. So let's go ahead and click Make It. I'm going to go ahead and make sure my Cricut is plugged in. And I'm going to make sure she is on because mine does not like when I don't have it on. Click Make It. It doesn't seem to work quite as well. I think it's just a communication thing with it, but if anybody is having issues, that seems to help if I make sure I turn it on before I click Make It. So let's click Make It, and it's going to break it up into the 2 different pieces. Now this is perfect for like scrap pieces. I only need like 3, maybe 3.5 by 4 for the black, and then I just need a little piece of orange. So I'm going to go get some scrap vinyl and I'm going to get it cut out. But I'm going to show you guys real quick. Let me get rid of this download thing. Click continue. And I want to show you on the Maker, it's going to ask me to set my material on my screen versus on the Explorer where you set it on the dial. And then it's going to tell us what tools we need, and then we can load our mat. So let me get this all cut out and weeded, and we can get it applied. We're going to take the little fish bowls or vases that we got from the Dollar Tree, and I like to clean mine out just a little bit because they've been sitting on the shelf and they are dusty. So I just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and I will just rub the inside of them out. It only takes a little dab. Just let it dry before you do anything else. Sorry, I know this is just keeps coming up. Let me see what I can hold down with. There we go. So we're just going to clean the inside of these just like this. Nothing too crazy. Just a quick wipe with some rubbing alcohol, and we're going to let that dry. And while that dries, we're going to open our polycrylic. And yes, I know I'm using the Cricut weeding tool. Don't do this. It's what I had in front of me, so usually I use a screwdriver, but wouldn't you know, my husband took them all, and I have no idea where he put them all. So we're just going to open this up. This part's pretty simple, honestly. It doesn't take a lot of polycrylic to do this. And you can do this a couple different ways. You can either take a syringe, or you can take a spoon or whatever you have, or a paintbrush. I like to use a syringe, so I'll show you guys how to do that. Usually with these larger ones, I will use a larger syringe, but all I could find was my milliliter. So we'll just use that. All you're going to do is just like you do with the ornaments. Squirt it in there. And this is going to take quite a bit more than the ornaments. So I'll usually do about 3 squirts in here. And I always let it drip off a little bit before I take it out of the jar. And then just set the syringe to the side. And just like with the Christmas ornaments, you're going to roll the polycrylic around the inside of your vase, or I don't know. Honestly, I think these are fish bowls, but they're under the vases, so sure, let's call them vases. So you're just going to, just like you do with the Christmas ornament, you're just going to roll it around, and you want to make sure that you don't have any holes. If I have a hole, like right here, I've got a little bit of a hole, I find just a little bit of tapping helps fill that air bubble in. And you can always add some more poly if you need to. Like I can see this is just not going to cover enough. This is honestly the first time I've filled these with the poly. I usually do them with, I usually do them clear, and I fill them with like the foam beads and like a little scene. But these ones I thought would be really cute if we lit them and then did the glitter inside. I just thought they'd look really pretty. So we're going to do them that way instead. So again, I put more poly in, so now it's going to hopefully spread just a little bit faster. You're going to do this to both of your your vases, jars, whatever we want to call them, but you're going to do it to both of them. I'm going to show you one, and then I'll do the other one off camera, because that way you guys don't have to sit there and watch me roll this 2 times, because obviously this does take a lot longer than it does to do the ornaments. Now, just watch for any air bubbles or any like spaces. Like right here, there's a big spot you can see where it's not covered yet, so I'm just going to make sure I roll it around. If you're finding it's not rolling very well, you can hold it like this on one side and get a nice puddle going, and then you can start rolling again. Sometimes if you just roll too quickly, your puddle doesn't really move with you as well as you'd like it to. So this does take a little bit of patience, but it's really cute when it's done, so it's totally worth it. But yeah, I like to hold it this way for a minute or two, just to like let it puddle, just for, actually it's more like a second or two. I just let it puddle so that I have a bigger puddle to work with, and then I can move it around some more. There is plenty of poly in here. Make sure that you don't get any on the outside. If you do, it does clean up with just some rubbing alcohol, so it's real easy to clean up. Once you get towards the edge, you're going to want to be careful that it doesn't drip out all over your hands. And don't worry, once we get to the edge, you guys will see, and I do apologize, I do have a cold, so hopefully you guys aren't, too annoyed with my nasally voice right now, but it's been fun here with my cold, so Now, when it gets to this point, I will typically just flip it over because 99% of the time, with it dripping down the sides, it will cover everything. If it doesn't, I'll go back in with just a paintbrush, and I will just do that. But when we're going to leave it sit here, now this is sitting on some freezer paper so that when it drips out, it's not a big deal that it gets all over the freezer paper. I usually will drip it out into the polycrylic jar, but I'm not worried about it. I've got a ton. I've done a lot with this jar, and you can see it's still really full. So let me get this one going, and then I'll show you how to put the glitter in. We've let this little guy drain out and dry a bit. Now, I am using a really thick glitter. It's a heavy glitter. I usually use fine, but this one I wanted him to see, like, be able to see through better with some light in it. So this is from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if it has a color. It's called Disco. So it's kind of holographic, which is really pretty. So I don't want to put a ton in here because I don't know how much it's going to take to cover this. So I'm just going to use the shaker side. Just put a little bit in for now because I can always go back and add more if I don't think that this is enough. And just like with the Christmas ornament, you're just going to roll it. It doesn't really take a whole lot to do this, honestly. It just takes a little bit and a little bit of poly and a little bit of glitter. So I'm just going to add a little bit more glitter, not a ton. Again, I don't want to over glitter him. I don't want it to look like too crazy. I do want to still be able to see the lights through it because I am going to put some candles in here, so we do want to be able to see through. I am tapping it a little bit to get some of the loose glitter off, and that way we can keep the loose glitter from gathering at the bottom, and we can make sure that we're getting all around. Just needs a little bit more, not a ton. Again, just a few shakes in there will do ya. Because this is a white glitter, it's gonna be really see-through, and that's what we wanted. Be careful because you are gonna end up pouring some out as you're going around the edge. You don't have to be too careful around the edge. You don't have to get all the way to the edge. I am, but that's just because I wanted to. But you don't have to because you're gonna have that covered up with his little scarf. So I'm going to take the rest of this glitter. It's still good glitter, so we're just going to take it and pour it right back into our glitter jar, because I don't like to waste glitter. And then any of the loose glitter that's left in him, I'm going to shake right into the other guy. Now, I do have some on my hands, but that's, you know, the story of my life. So now that you've seen how to glitter one, I'll do the other one off camera, but you can see, hopefully you guys can see. It's really pretty. It's holographic. It's kind of got a blue and a silver and a green. It's really pretty, and it's going to look really nice stacked together with his little hat. So I'm going to let this other one drain for another minute or two, and then I'm going to put more glitter into that guy. I've stacked them so that I can get a better look, and with these little dots, I don't need to use transfer tape. I'm not even going to bother, just because they're almost like little stickers. So you don't really need to waste time or transfer tape, because they're pretty easy to apply. So we'll just set that one there. And like I said, I've stacked them so I got a better look as to how far down I wanted to put the little buttons. So I think those look pretty good, and we're just going to press those down. Now we're going to unstack, because I don't want to drop them. We're going to use transfer tape on our little face and our carrot nose. We definitely want to use transfer tape on those because they're a little bit bigger. And I'm just using a medium tack tape. This is from 651 Vinyl, favorite vinyl store. Love them. Great customer service, wonderful people. You know, it's great. They have lots of great products too. So if you guys are looking for, you know, a new place to order vinyl, I highly recommend them. So obviously I just cut my tape in pieces because I don't really care. I usually will cut it in pieces. Oh, sorry, I just bumped you. I gotta grab the scraper, so let me move you. I forgot to grab the little squeegee, also from 651 Vinyl. So I'm just gonna squeegee my little face, so his little eyeballs. And I'm going to add his carrot after I get his eyes to stick. So I'll show you guys how we're going to layer him, because that way we don't have to layer him on the actual jar. We're going to layer him on the tape instead. And that way I can kind of set his nose more or less where I want it a little easier. So like I'm thinking like there-ish. Now you can see I have a little piece of his nose that's not on the transfer tape. So what I'm going to do is, again, just trim off a little piece of the transfer tape. I will do this, you know, I'll just make little tiny pieces if I need to, just so I don't waste, you know, a huge piece when I don't have to, just to cover up this little bit of his nose. And it should stick no problem, because this transfer tape is really nice. It works really well. I like it a lot. It's super easy to work with, which is really nice. Now, because this is going on kind of a roundish surface, I like to trim my transfer tape, and hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm trimming around it just a little bit closer instead of having like all this little edging on my transfer tape, so that when I lay it down, it's a little easier to lay down. I am going to trim a little bit from here as well. You want to make sure, obviously, that it's still holding together and that all your PC parts are holding. But I just think this makes it a little bit easier to lay it down and make sure that it's going to lay down flat. Because while it's not a super round surface, it is still relatively round. And I'm going to slip between his eyes as well. And I just find that, like I said, I just find that makes it a little bit easier to set it on. So I'm going to start with his eyes and kind of get an idea of how high I need to put them so his mouth isn't all the way down. But that looks pretty good. So we're just going to lay it. Now what I'll do for this, I'm going to lay his eyeballs down first. And then I'm going to come in with his carrot. But I'm going to peel his eyes off of the transfer tape first, because it'll help lay the carrot down a little smoother. Oops, and his one eye did not want to stick. Hopefully you guys can... Now with this, because it's glass, I don't like to use the squeegee too much. I like to just use pressure from my finger. I have a feeling there might have been a little polycrylic under this guy, under his little eyeball here, which is why he didn't stick very well. So we're just going to make sure that he sticks pretty well. Now, we're going to come in and do his carrot nose. And like I said, I do this in little piecey parts. That way it doesn't get too many bubbles in it. You can help prevent a lot of the bubbles. Like you can see I'm getting a bubble here. So what I'm going to do is just pull up the transfer tape a little bit here. And I'm just going to work the bubble out with my finger under the transfer tape. I don't actually keep the transfer tape on the product too long. And then when I do his mouth's pretty easy. It doesn't really wrinkle too bad. But this, just with the carrot, I kind of figured it would. And this is just how I do them on round surfaces. And I do have still a little bit of a bubble I can see right here, but it'll work it out in just a second. So let me set him down just a little bit so I can get his mouth taken off here without too much incident. There's his little mouth. Alright, so I'm going to put this up nice and close so you guys can see. There's no bubbles in him. Hopefully you guys can see this really well. There are no bubbles in his eyes. There's no bubbles in his nose or his mouth. I just find with these round surfaces and these bigger, thicker pieces, it's a little bit easier. Now here is our little snowman so far. Now, snowman needs a hat. So let me grab the hat and I'll show you guys how we're going to put the hat on. Now, with this little guy, I'm not going to glue him together because I want to be able to put the candles in him. And I can turn them on and off as I need to. So we are not going to glue him together. You obviously can if you're not going to light him. And all you do is just set the candles in him. It's super easy. And then all this is an ornament from the Dollar Tree. And we're just going to set that on top again. And that is just sitting there because, again, we want to make sure that we can light him. Now this one, I don't think I'm going to put any kind of a scarf on him. So let's take a look at him with a little less light so you guys can see how pretty he is in the dark. Let me go turn off one more light, and that way maybe you guys can see really well how pretty he is. He lights up so nice. He's very festive, he's very sparkly, and super easy. The whole craft cost, it was $1 for the hat, and then each jar was $1. So that's $3. And then I already had the candles, but you can get the candles for a pack of 4 at the Dollar Tree for $1. So you can make this guy for about $4 just in the general materials, and then use some glitter that you have, poly that you probably already have from other crafts, and then obviously vinyl. So you're probably looking at a craft that costs about $6 to make total. He's super cute. He is a really fun decoration. I hope you guys had fun learning how to make this really cute snowman. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking on that big red box. Make sure you hit the bell icon too, because that'll let you know when I post a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed our Craftmas snowman jar decoration. I hope you guys have a great day and happy crafting.